and just wanted to come on here to remind everybody that tomorrow's show, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, we'll have Gwendolyn Purcell from Pennsylvania. She'll be on the show. That's sure to be an exciting and interesting show. And also wanted to give everyone a reminder. So the first show in April, we will have a gentleman who is part of the Bigfoot investigative group that's going to be on the show for the first one in April, and he'll be telling us about his encounter story. So that should be interesting. And also, as a reminder, that'll be the first show where we have our quiz. We'll be bringing a quiz question to you, and this is in order to get folks to participate in the chat. So in other words, you got to be in the chat room. You can either be in the chat room on YouTube, or you can be in the chat room on the Facebook group, the Sasquatch Watch Radio Facebook group. It's also got the live chat there. And we're going to mention a question about a Bigfoot topic. And the first person to answer that question correctly in the chat will be sent a prize. And hey, Digger Dog, good to see you. And so we will start that in the April show. So just wanted to remind everybody, we're just trying to get more participants in the live chat because it makes it a more interesting show, because we're able to hear, you, the listeners, we're able to hear your comments. And the way you can share your theories and your beliefs, because we all may think something different, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with different opinions. We can all be friendly. Hey, Call of Duty. We can all be friendly. Nothing wrong with having different opinions. As a matter of fact, it makes it a little bit more fun because we can discuss them. So just wanted to mention that. And as always, if there's any ideas that you have, any guest ideas, any of that, you can leave it in the comment section of this video, or you can leave it on our Facebook group page. Either way, we get them. And I just wanted people to know, because a lot of times I forget to mention this, but we do have a website and an email address if you ever want to send us a message that way. So the main website that we use now is squatchradio.com. That's SQUATCH radio.com. And our email address is sasquatchwatchradio@gmail.com. So you can send suggestions, comments, all of that. And then here real soon, I'll be putting together a kind of a tribute or a thank you type video post about some of the wonderful comments and stuff that you guys have sent in to us. I know that Gary, a lot of times, and he's probably gonna kill me for saying this, but Gary, a lot of times, he's a very humble person, and sometimes I tell him about some of the comments that I get about his interview skills. I think he doesn't think he's all that, but he is. I mean, he means a lot to me. Uh, he's a very good person. It's kind of like what we all say. He's good people. So, kind-hearted person. He'd give you the shirt off his back kind of guy, and he does his best. Spends a lot of hours doing research on different guests, and I thank him for that because he spends a lot more time on it than I do. Um, so he knows I appreciate him. I tell him quite a bit, and I think letting him see some of these comments, that's why I want to put it together, sort of in a video tribute type thing, so that he can see them. And I think that'd mean a lot to him. So I'm gonna put something together, and but we appreciate all of our listeners, because obviously, if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't have a show anyway. We'd be just talking to ourselves. So, Willie Perch. Let's see. How do they, as in Bigfoot, stay so under the radar? Well, that's a good question. I think we're dealing with personally, I think we're dealing with an animal that not only has really good instinct, but possibly even a little bit of intelligence there. I mean, if you think about it, a lot of I hate to say it this way, but it's true. A lot of the First Nations people learned how to stay away from people. We as humans have, they see the way we are. The wars, the damage, things that we cause. Quite frankly, sometimes if you really think about it, meditate on it, we kind of think we might want to stay away from other people too. So, no, I just think that I try to look at it from a scientific standpoint of, look how long it took before we discovered the panda bear. Now, people don't realize that people for many years were describing these black and white bears, and they weren't believed at that time until the discovery was made and proved it once and for all. So I think we're just dealing with something, first of all, there's not many of them, number one. So the fact that there's not many, there's not, I know there's differing numbers out there, anywhere from thousands to whatever. I don't think none of us can really say for sure, because we don't know. But we certainly know they're not as common as a black bear, for example. So I hope that answers your question. I know I'll probably beat around the bush on that one, but again, I don't have all the answers. I don't think none of us do. That's why we're all so interested in the subject, because we're trying to learn more. And Mick, happy Sunday to you too. It's good to see you guys. But yeah, so anyway, I've rambled on long enough. Just make sure you tune in Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern. We're at YouTube. You get on YouTube and just look up Sasquatch Watch Radio. You'll find the podcast. Facebook, which is facebook.com/Sasquatch Watch Radio. You'll feel free to join that page. And then, of course, our website, which is squatchradio.com. So until Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern, I will see you guys then. Have a great rest of the weekend. What little bit's left.